I want to talk to you about personal credit cards for digital wallets. And sometimes when you have to shop online or you want to you want to get certain things paid for, you do not want to have physical cards. And so digital wallets are pretty sort of flexible there. And so here's a review I want you to pay attention to. So the first personal credit cards for digital wallets is the US Bank Altitude Reserve Visa Infinite Card. And what we love about the Altitude, the Reserve Visa Infinite Card is that first of all, you have a large a large array of points and rewards. Let me break it down for you. So you have a 5 points per dollar spent on prepaid hotels and car rentals booked directly in the Altitude Reward Center. You have 3 points per dollar spent on eligible travel and mobile wallet spending, and you have a 1 point per dollar spent on everything else. So that's really good in terms of having a great cards for digital wallets. Now the only problem that we have, it's not a problem really, but you have to know about this is that this US Bank Altitude Reserve Visa Infinite Card actually charges $400 as an annual fee. So this could be high for some people, but hey, listen, if you are reaping the benefits from this card and the benefits are above $400, this is a great perk. So most credit cards still earn the regular ongoing rewards rate when used through the top digital wallets, but the US Bank Altitude Reserve Visa Infinite Card stands out because it really offers a bonus rewards specifically for making purchases that way. So that's what we love about this card. So in addition to bonus rewards on eligible travel spending, cardholders will earn 3 points per dollar for eligible digital wallet spending. This means that you will earn triple rewards when you pay in person, in-app, or online through Apple Pay, Google Pay, or Samsung Pay, or even LG Pay for that matter. And in addition to those valuable rewards, the card offers a lucrative sign-up bonus. So earn an enrollment bonus of 50,000 points worth $750 on travel. So just spend $4,500 in the first 90 days of account opening and you are in. And so this is and now you have to remember though that you have to be a US Bank customer with an eligible US Bank account for at least 5 business days in order to apply for the card. So it is what it is. Boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. Kroger Rewards World Elite MasterCard is the second personal credit cards for digital wallets. So the Kroger card is really good. And this card has no annual fee, so that's really a breather here. And the rewards are pretty interesting too. So you have 5% cashback on eligible mobile wallet purchases on up to $3,000 spent per calendar year, then 1% after. You have a 2% back at Kroger-owned stores, Kroger online, and transactions through a Kroger Pay. And that's actually the brand's mobile payment app. And then you have a 1% back on all other spending. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool to actually think about that. So the thing is that, this card is kind of cool if you're a Kroger loyalist, because you might want to snag the Kroger Rewards World Elite MasterCard for potential brand benefits. But the card really shines in our view with competitive rewards on digital wallet purchases. So in addition to a cashback for Kroger spending, holders will earn the card's highest 5% rate for purchases made through Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, Google Pay, Garmin Pay, and LG Pay, anywhere those eligible wallets are really accepted. And this is kind of cool. Now, although the Kroger Rewards World Elite MasterCard is a store-branded card, you're not limited to earning rewards as store credit or points. You get actual cash back. That's what really fantastic, because this means that among cards that rewards you for mobile wallet spending, the Kroger card out-earns many of the best options on the market. And so this is kind of cool. Now, the caveat here is that unlike the aforementioned US Bank Altitude Reserve Visa Infinite Card, the Kroger card's mobile wallet category has an annual spending cap of $3,000, after which you will only be able to earn 1% back. It's still something, but it's not the 3% or 5%. So the most you're able to earn is $150 before you drop down to the 1% rate for the remainder of the year. So this is something to really think about. Also, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about personal credit cards for digital wallets. Next, you have the PayPal Cashback MasterCard. This is a wonderful card that we love a lot. And if you do a lot of your transactions through PayPal, this card, you will love it. And there is no annual fee, so that's really good. And you have 3% cash back on PayPal purchases and 2% back on all other purchases. And so this card actually is not only a rewarding card to use with PayPal, but it's also easy and convenient to do so. In fact, through the PayPal app, you can start using the card instantly upon approval without having to wait for the physical card to arrive. So that's really cool. Plus, holders can scan the PayPal app to use the card in person at eligible stores, in addition to being usable online. It earns 3% cash back. Think about it. So, but those are purchases through PayPal, okay, and 2% back elsewhere. So that cash back can be easily redeemed as a deposit into your PayPal Cash or PayPal Cash Plus account, another plus for frequent PayPal users. So there's no annual fee. That's really good. And but this card is actually fantastic also because you have the ability to get things done a lot faster. So this is really cool. And we love the fact that you are able to get things done, not only in terms of how you use the card itself, but also all the other elements that come with the card. So that's just really fantastic. Now, one thing I want to say about the card is that you are able to get things done if you strategize as to how you will use the card. How you use the card actually will depend on your lifestyle, of course, how long you have been with PayPal, your account activity. Because if you have had strikes in the past, PayPal is not going to it's not going to sort of validate that as when they review your account. So the status of your account is really important, as is, if you will, your overall lifestyle. So that's really good. So when you think about personal credit cards for digital wallets, I want you to think about PayPal Cashback MasterCard, a fantastic card. Next, I want to share with you the Chase Freedom Flex. This is another wonderful credit card for digital wallets. And this card actually has no annual fee, so that's really good. And the rewards are excellent, okay? So you have 5% cash back in quarterly bonus categories and up to $1,500 in combined spending each quarter. So that's really cool. And activation of bonus categories is required though, so be aware of that. So you have 5% cash back in those quarterly bonus categories. You have 5% back on travel booked through a Chase Ultimate Rewards. This is really cool. You have 3% back on dining, including takeout and delivery services. You have 3% back on drugstore purchases. So this is another area where Chase is trying to really mix things up a little bit, but it is still good anyway. And you also have 5% back on qualified Lyft services purchased through the Lyft app. So they have occasional discounts or occasional promos that way. So that's really good, and we love that a lot. And you also have a 1% on all other purchases. So when you think about the Chase Freedom Flex, I want you to think about a card that has historically featured PayPal as a rotating bonus category in some quarters. And in recent years, cardholders could earn the card's lucrative 5% on purchases made through the service up to the quarterly spending cap. So this is actually in addition to the card's bonus rewards on other popular spending categories like travel. You have dining, and you have drugstore purchases. Anytime you think about you think about Chase anyway, and Chase Freedom Flex. Travel is an important element here. In the past, Chase has also featured other digital wallets like Apple Pay, Android Pay, Samsung Pay, and Chase Pay as 5% bonus categories. So, and Chase is constantly changing the rules of the game here. But hey, listen, it is what it is. So we continue to appreciate the fact that at least they're offering this service in the first place. So it's just a fantastic thing. If you are a current Chase customer, it's just a lot easier for you. It'll be a lot easier for you to get the card. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about personal credit cards for digital wallets, and I'm just sharing with you a few of them that really that really stand out. Next, you have a Venmo card. This is a wonderful card that we love a lot. And so when you think about Venmo, I want you to think about the fact that you have a card that can really, a card that can really be good for several reasons. And before we talk about the Venmo, I want to talk to you about Apple Card. And so Apple Card is actually great for Apple Pay. And this is, you have an element of exclusivity here. This is really good. And so this card has no fees, and so but the rewards are pretty interesting. You have 3% cash back on Apple Pay purchases made directly with Apple, including Apple stores within the App Store and for Apple services. You have a 3% back on purchases made at specific merchants via Apple Pay. You have 2% back on all other spending via Apple Pay, so that's really cool. And then you have 1% back on all purchases made with a physical Apple Card. So this is kind of cool. And so what we love about this card is that the card offers a flexibility, and so the Apple Card offers a bonus rewards on all spending done through its proprietary digital wallets, because Apple wants you to keep everything within its ecosystem anyway. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, you're not going to blame them for that. I mean, all financial institutions, all players do that. And as a cardholder, you will earn 3% back on Apple Pay purchases made with specific merchants like Uber and Walgreens, and 2% on all other Apple Pay purchases. And using the physical card in person will get you only 1%. So Apple is trying to really encourage you to use the card digitally. That's really good. And assuming most merchants in your area accept Apple Pay, this could be a lucrative rewards card for you as long as you are in the right geography anyway. And not everybody is could be in the right geography, unfortunately. But if you are, this could be a great opportunity for you to actually try the Apple Pay. Now, I want to talk to you about the Venmo credit card. So this is a wonderful credit card for you to really think about. And so this is our pick for Venmo when you really think about it. And so you have now the card has a no fee, so we love that a lot. And the rewards are pretty interesting. So you have a 3% cash back in your top spending category for the month from one of 8 possible categories. There are some cases where Venmo is actually increasing the category account to 10 or 12, and so that's 3% in your top spending category. You have a 2% in your second place spending category for the month for one of the remaining 7 to 10 or 11 possible categories, and then you have 1% back on all other purchases. So but this is really good, especially when you have a lifestyle or a family lifestyle that really fits what Venmo categories are. So the Venmo credit card only works through the Venmo app though, so be aware of that. And while there is no specific rewards advantage for using the card through the app, it means you'll be able to use it immediately upon approval without having to wait for the physical version to hit your mailbox. Additionally, customers are able to scan their card's unique QR code. We love that, which basically links to their Venmo app account, so that they can easily send and request money. So that's really cool. And points earned actually from the card will be added to your Venmo balance at the end of each billing cycle, which can then be used through the Venmo app. So we love that a lot. So overall, when you think about the Venmo app, I want you to think about flexibility here, and I want you to think about a certain flexibility, but flexibility within the Venmo ecosystem. It's kind of similar to with what Apple is doing. Apple wants you to really spend your money within their ecosystem, and that's the same thing that Venmo is trying to really incentivize you to do. And as long as you love Venmo, as long as you are there is a fitness of purpose between your lifestyle and what Venmo is actually offering, you will love this card, and you will actually reap a lot of rewards, rewards from the card. Okay, but hey, listen, there has to be that fitness in the first place. Next, you have a Capital One Walmart Rewards Mastercard, and this is actually our pick for a Walmart Pay, and there is no annual fee for this card, and so we love the fact that you have a constellation of rewards, right? 5% back on purchases at Walmart.com and items purchased through the Walmart app. You have 2% for in-store purchases, including those made at Murphy USA and Walmart gas stations. You have 2% back at travel and restaurants. That's pretty good. And you have 1% back on all other purchases. So this is kind of a good card to consider, especially if your family shops a lot at Walmart. Okay, Walmart Pay, the retailer's digital wallet, allows Walmart app holders to use cards saved to their accounts to make in-person contactless payments. To do this, shoppers will first have to scan their items at checkout, then use their phones to scan the QR code that appears at the register through a Walmart Pay. And holders of the Capital One Walmart Rewards MasterCard will get rewarded for choosing to check out that way, okay? And customers will earn 5% back on purchases in Walmart stores when they use this card with Walmart Pay for the first 12 months of account holding. So that's kind of cool in terms of flexibility once again. And plus the card earns an ongoing 5% back for shopping with the retail giant online or through the Walmart app. And in-store Walmart spending with the card will get you a 2% cash back. So it is still something anyway. So this is kind of cool. So when you think about this specific feature of the card, you will love it. Now there are other contenders though. American Express cardholders have access to the issuer's send and split feature, which, as the name suggests, allows customers to use their card to either send money to other PayPal or Venmo users without incurring a fee, or more easily split a bill and get paid through PayPal or Venmo. Now, terms apply to this situation though, and sending money with a credit card through PayPal or Venmo typically comes with a transaction fee. So Amex Send can save you money and the potential embarrassment of being a few bucks short on your part of the dinner tab, okay? So likewise, splitting a bill among a large group of friends is a notoriously a good way to get a headache, but Amex Split smooths the path, letting you choose the card transaction you want to divide up and then select people to split it with, whether evenly or by setting custom allocations for each person. And those people will get a payment request through Venmo or PayPal. So that's kind of cool. And so popular American Express consumer credit cards that offer the send and split feature include the Blue Cash Preferred card from American Express, the American Express Gold card, the Platinum card from American Express, and others. So that's kind of cool. And the thing is, and let me give you an overview here before we close to this conversation about personal credit cards for digital wallets. It's important to understand that when we talk about digital credit cards, or I mean, not digital credit cards, digital wallets, we are speaking directly or indirectly about Apple Pay, Google Pay, and Samsung Pay, among others, right? And I want to talk to you about how they work with credit cards. And so when we talk about this, you have to have a clear idea. Now, Apple Pay allows users to make contactless payments in stores, online, in apps, and more. And the mobile wallet with which you can use credit, debit, prepaid, and select loyalty cards is widely accepted across the US. While you can add multiple credit cards to one device, you must select a default card to use, which you can actually change manually. So this is kind of cool. And Google Pay is also a wonderful opportunity because this is a merging of what was previously Android Pay and Google Wallet. And so with Google Pay, you can use debit, credit, gift, and loyalty rewards cards to make contactless purchases in person, as well as transactions in app and online. And the Google Pay mobile wallet service is accepted widely across restaurants, grocery stores, gas stations, online merchants, and the like. Anywhere you see the Google Pay logo or another symbol that indicates contactless payments are accepted. So that's kind of cool. And then you have Samsung Pay, and Samsung actually Pay as a user, you can add up to 10 credit and debit payment cards to the digital wallet to make contactless payments in store. You can also add membership or loyalty cards and gift cards to your accounts. And like Google Pay and Apple Pay, Samsung Pay is widely accepted. However, Samsung Pay is more limited in terms of what compatible devices can be used with the service. The digital wallet will work only with select Samsung devices and is not available on iOS devices. So it's a limitation to be aware of anyway. So before you choose any of those three players, be sure that you have thought about their pros and cons. You want to think about those extensively. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about the personal credit cards for digital wallets. And so I give you the review. So US Bank Altitude Reserve Visa Infinite Card, Kroger Rewards World Elite MasterCard, PayPal Cashback MasterCard. You have Chase, Freedom Flex. You have Apple Card, Venmo Credit Card, Capital One, Walmart Rewards MasterCard. And that's the last one. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.